Donk Nation, Jax and Janet's greetings and welcome to your Daily Dose Donkey with Ginger. It's your boy, the Viking Donkey, bringing you the BugCap, joined by Bugboo after a big Steelers win here. 26-18 was the final score against the Giants. Bugboo, what you think of the game?
Good.
Yeah, staying up watching Monday Night Football is not very hard when we're out here and it starts at 4 p.m. So it was fun. Good win by the Steelers. A very similar performance to the Jets game, though. Just the first half, the team doesn't look very good, and the offense is kicking field goals. The defense is letting the other team drive. Luckily, the Giants are absolutely terrible in the red zone and have no idea how to score touchdowns, which leads to us being tied at half, being tied through most of the third quarter, 9-9. I mean, okay offense, okay defense. This is a bad Giants team. You need to put something on there. And then, Bug, a moment of just explosion for this team happens. And you want to break down that Calvin Austin III punt return that happened with about 5 minutes to go in the third quarter.
Yeah. So it looked like we were after the pass, so there was a flag down in Calvin Austin running into the end zone.
Yeah, that is what happened. The punt happens. Jeremiah Moon hits the punter, doesn't get called for roughing the punter. Kind of surprising there. Calvin Austin catches a deep punt, has space, breaks to the left. The Giants falter in coverage, and Austin shows that breakaway speed for the touchdown that really broke the game open and gave the Steelers some forward momentum going. The game was tied 9-9 at that point. It wasn't looking good. The defense was having zero pass rush through the first half, which the third quarter on, from that play on, the defense really was able to pin its ears back and get going. Against the throw, only one interception, had some sacks in the second half, really let Danny Dimes, who's having a terrible year, really kind of tear them apart through the first three quarters, but they showed up in the fourth quarter for the defense. And it bothers me that Danny Dimes was able to do that, but at the same time, the Giants didn't really score touchdowns. It was just a weird game for the Steelers. They got run all over by a team in the Giants that has struggled running the ball all year. That is a big area for concern for me personally. But, Bug, for the defense, maybe the defining moment was the Giants I believe they're coming down with a chance to tie the game. And someone breaks off the edge and makes a game-breaking play. Would you like to break down who that was and what happened there?
TJ Watt.
Yeah, what happened on the play?
TJ Watt coming in like a hurricane, sacks the quarterback, ball comes out, TJ with a fumble recovery.
That is what happened, and that was essentially what set the Steelers up to be really well in performance again, defensively stepping up big there. The 18 points to the Giants was kind of big because I think they were averaging 5 points a game their previous two games. They had no offense. They had probably one of the best offensive performances the Giants had was against us. But the defense came up, and then they didn't break in the first half. The second half, they made plays, including a game-sealing interception by a guy who now seems to be finding the football in his hands a lot. The last 2 weeks against the New York teams, Beanie Bishop has 3 interceptions, including the game clincher on this one. Anything to say about Beanie Bishop's interception?
Really good.
Yeah, it was. Offensively, we saw Russell Wilson struggle in the red zone, hit a couple deep passes. We learned that the right foot twice does not count as 2 feet. It is, although I already knew it was both feet down. That's why when they showed the replay in my house, I was like, oh, God, it's not a catch because he only got 1 foot down twice, and for some reason that doesn't count. However, if your shin touches your shin, that counts as 2 feet, but your right foot doesn't count as 2 feet. I don't understand the NFL catch rule. I can't wait to get into this talk with Gingy and Laskers this week. But, Bug, that George Pickens touchdown, it should have been a touchdown, right?
Why?
Yeah, kind of weird rule. NFL, that's a silly rule that you think needs looked at.
Yes.
Yeah, me too, especially when an elbow counts as 2 feet, a knee counts as 2 feet, but 2 feet don't count as 2 feet. That just... Honestly, we should just go to the college rule, I feel, where any body part touches inbounds and you have possession of the ball, it's a catch. It should be that simple instead of all these weird nuances, huh?
Yes.
Yeah, I'll get into that if you're curious with Gingy and Laskers this week, so be sure to tune into that. But offensively, Najee ran the ball pretty well. For some reason, we stopped giving Najee the ball in the first half when we got to the red zone, even though he was dominating. Russ didn't cook. He didn't get the touchdowns. He did throw a pretty pass late in the game to Calvin Austin for another big touchdown because Calvin Austin III decided the Giants can't stop my speed and catches a big touchdown pass. You remember that one?
Yeah.
Yeah, what happened on that?
So Russell Wilson throwing a deep ball, hits 19 and then touchdown.
Hits Calvin Austin III behind the defense on a pretty rainbow. I will say this, Russ isn't afraid to throw the deep ball. He's been effective in it. The Steelers come out with not a dominant victory, as the Giants did have a chance to tie the game before that Beanie Bishop interception where Danny Dimes just made a terrible throw and showed you why he's not worth $40 million a year. But the offense did okay. The running game was pretty good. The red zone offense was terrible. Hit some big splash plays. And when you win a game putting up 26 points, you can't complain. But Bug, what's really surprised about this Steelers team is we always talk about the Steelers defense being the key to the team. Well, it didn't really make the plays happen early. The offense didn't make the plays that happen early. It really seems this team is being propelled by really good special teams plays. Blocked kicks, good punts, the fact that Boswell never misses a field goal. Is the special teams the best part of this Pittsburgh Steelers team this year?
Yes.
Yeah, it does seem that way. Anything else you want to say about this Giants game? We'll try to keep this one short and sweet because if you listen to our in-depth breakdown of the Jets game, it's the same exact game pretty much. It was pretty much the same exact game. Nothing in the first half, a splash play ignites the second half, and good things happen.
Yep.
Yeah, so anything else to say about this game?
No.
All right, that's fair. Do you want to go ahead and have a shout-out this week for who you want to – or do you even have a shout-out for this week?
TJ Watt.
Yeah, he had himself a couple sacks. He had himself a great day doing TJ Watt things like strip sacks. Steelers don't play this week, but we do have AFC North games. We have the Vegas Raiders going to the Cincinnati Bengals.
Vegas.
We have the LA Chargers coming to the Cleveland Browns.
Los Angeles.
And we have, by the way, the Browns beat Baltimore last week. That's fun. The Denver Broncos coming to the Baltimore Ravens. Who would have thought both those teams are 5-3 going into this game?
Let's do Denver.
And Mike really has zero belief that the AFC North is going to even win a game this week, which would be good for us. They all lose at home. That would be awesome. We already did your shout out, so I guess that means it's time to let you know. I'm the Viking Donkey. It's Viking_Donkey at Twitch. Twitter, your daily dose Donkey Ginger is where you get this awesome BugCap and Steelers talk. Be sure to tune in. Bugboo's doing great breaking down plays. We'll have even more breakdowns in 2 weeks, I guess, because we can't really BugCap if there's not a game going on. Maybe we'll do something a little special and a little different. Stay tuned to see if there's going to be a special BugCap next week. But, you know what? It was right before Halloween. The Steelers got a treat. We love to see that stuff. Bug doesn't have socials. Dog Nation, Steelers Nation, love y'all.
Wave them if you got them. Peace.